Hey, what's the story with that? Hi, I'm Pensacola historian Joe Winston, and I'm trying out a new feature where I look at places where maybe you've wondered, hey, what's the story with that? And I will try to give a rundown. For this first one, I'm looking at the Winston E. Arnow Federal Building on Palafox Street. This is a federal courthouse, and when it opened, it was the city's main post office, but before that, this was the location of the Escambia County Courthouse and Armory. In the 1930s, the federal government agreed to swap the 1880s era customs house at Palafox and Government in exchange for the county complex, which was then demolished. The building's architect was Rudolph Stanley Brown, who, besides his very respectable career, was the eldest grandson of President James Garfield. Montgomery contractor Algernon Blair was selected as the builder, and the original contract in December 1938 was for $329,590. The groundbreaking was on January 2, 1939, and construction took most of 1939, with the post office moving into the new space on October 28. By the end of the project, the total cost of the new building was estimated at $450,000. Adjusted for inflation, that's about $10.7 million in 2026 dollars. During the Great Depression, federal building projects like these were important injections of capital into local communities, employing construction workers and craftsmen. The new post office was a source of pride, full of these great Art Deco details. Ads challenged 25,000 Pensacolians to buy and mail lithographed postcards of the new building to share with friends across the country. At the dedication ceremony on January 23, 1940, Representative Millard Caldwell announced his retirement from Congress. Bob Sykes, then representing Crestview in the Florida House, was in town covering the event for his newspaper and decided to run for Caldwell's congressional seat. Despite the new building being equipped with an air-conditioned courtroom, there weren't a lot of federal trials in the early days, and most people used the building for the post office and newsstand. It also hosted a military recruiting station. The Northern District of Florida stretches all the way past Gainesville, and Pensacola didn't have a resident federal judge for many years, resulting in a serious backlog of cases. Congress authorized new judicial seats in 1966, and when President Lyndon Johnson nominated Gainesville attorney Winston E. Arnow to the U.S. District Court bench in 1967, one of the conditions was that he would move to Pensacola to help clear the docket. He and his wife Frances lived in the San Carlos Hotel for 13 years and were among the last to leave when it closed. Judge Arnow was considered a conservative appointment, which made his sweeping rulings on civil rights cases surprising to many in the community. In 1969, he ordered the desegregation of Escambia County schools. In 1973, he ordered that Escambia High School change their, quote, racially irritating rebel mascot in Dixie fight song. The same year, he presided over the trial of the Gainesville 8 anti-Vietnam War activists, which saw all 8 acquitted. In 1975, he handed down a consent decree requiring that the city of Tallahassee hire more black employees. In 1978, he sided with black plaintiffs that the all at-large elections in local government for Escambia County Commissioners, School Board, and Pensacola City Council diluted the black vote and unconstitutionally denied them representation, resulting in the creation of single-member districts. The precedent, which saw the first black officials elected to county offices since Reconstruction, helped similar challenges across the state. And in 1981, he approved a $2 million settlement in a class action lawsuit stemming from hiring discrimination at Eglin Air Force Base. In his personal life, Judge Arnow, nicknamed Bo, was a quintessential Southern boy with a thick drawl who loved hunting, fishing, spending time with his grandson, and hosting parties. Not everyone was a fan. He once received a Christmas card from a prisoner he had sentenced with the note, "Wish you were here." When he died in 1994 at age 83, Judge Lacey Collier said he was, quote, clearly ahead of his time and, of course, damned and vilified for it, but history has proven he was right, not just legally, but also morally. Congressman Jeff Miller introduced legislation that saw the courthouse and post office building here renamed the Winston E. Arnow Federal Building in 2004. It underwent a major renovation later in the decade and was added to the National Register of Historic Places in 2014. It's a really beautiful building inside and out, and it's special to me because my dad's offices were here for many years. So I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more about it and about Judge Arnow. Thanks for watching, and please comment with suggestions of other places where you've wondered, hey, what's the story with that? Thanks.